First, the USDA's Justice for All non-discriminatory statement, which simply states that all persons must be treated equally without regard to their race, color, national origin, sex, religious creed, disability, age, political beliefs, or reprisal or retaliation for prior civil rights activity, and that our institution provides an inclusive space for all. For more information on the And Justice for All statement, please visit the USDA's website.
Hi everybody, welcome to this edition of the Family Foodie. My name is Maddie and I am a nutrition educator for the Rutgers Cooperative Extension of Mercer County, the Department of Family and Community Health Sciences, and SNAP-Ed. I'm so glad that you could join us. Today we are going to be going through an exercise on mindful eating. If you would like to engage in the following mindful eating exercise with me, please take this time to pause the video and grab a snack, like an apple or a clementine or a banana, or even a piece of chocolate. So what is mindful eating? Well, mindfulness means focusing on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accepting your feelings, thoughts, and bodily sensations. Mindful eating is when we approach meals and snacks with this same awareness. The following exercise demonstrates some practices and behaviors that we can use in order to engage in mindful eating. All right, so to begin the mindful eating exercise, I started by washing my hands. I am going to be eating, so I wanted to make sure my hands were nice and clean and ready to eat. I also made sure that I had a nice clean eating station. So here's my table, I've wiped it down, it's nice and sanitized. From there, I started turning off my electronics. So I don't know about you, but I often have my phone nearby. It's either ringing or on vibrate, or I have my laptop open so I can hear the next ding of an email, or maybe I have the TV on in the background. So what I did was I turned off my laptop, turned off the TV, and then I also put my phone on airplane mode so that I'm just nice and ready to engage with my food and not have any other distractions around me. Now that I've done those things, I am going to begin by engaging my five senses. So what I like to do before I engage my five senses is just prepare myself to do so. So what I do is I close my eyes, I take a deep breath in, I let it out, open my eyes, and now I'm going to engage with my clementine. So I have this beautiful clementine here. I got it out of my refrigerator. I had bought it at the grocery store, and I'm excited to engage with it. So to begin with my sense of touch, as I'm touching my clementine, it's very smooth. It's kind of round, but it's kind of oblong. I'm noticing that in addition to it being smooth, it's a little bit oily. Like the essence or the essential oil of the clementine is on the skin of the clementine. And it's also quite cold because I did have it in my refrigerator. So next, engaging my sight, I noticed that the clementine is in fact orange, a really beautiful shade of orange, which is nice to see. It's also quite glossy and shiny, probably those oils that are on the skin. And then it's also quite smooth. So not only in touch, but also when I'm looking at it, it's quite smooth. Okay, so I've engaged my touch, I've engaged my sight. Next, I'm going to engage my sense of smell. All right, so when it comes to engaging senses, sometimes you can enhance a sense by turning off another sense. So in order to engage my sense of smell, I'm going to close my eyes and breathe in deeply next to the clementine. So I'm smelling a really strong citrusy scent. It's really delicious. I'm excited to eat it. Yeah, and it's really pleasant. It's a colder day outside, so it's kind of taking me to a warmer place, which is really nice. I've engaged with my sense of touch, my sense of sight, my sense of smell. So only thing I'm missing is my sense of hearing and my sense of taste. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to break into my clementine. So I'm gonna start peeling. I'm gonna peel nice and slowly. And as I'm peeling, I'm also still engaging with my sense of smell and my sense of touch and my sense of hearing. So I can hear the tearing of the clementine skin. Also, it's much more fragrant. It's also, the oils are getting onto my skin, so I can feel, the moisture from the clementine. I'm gonna put my peel right here, and I can see this beautiful round little clementine. And before I engage with my sense of taste, I'm going to break it in half, and I'm going to eat this piece by piece. So I'm gonna break off 2 pieces here, put the other pieces down. Again, I'm gonna prepare myself by taking a deep breath, closing my eyes, letting the breath out, admiring how my clementine looks very different on the inside than it does on the outside. So I can see each little fleshy piece of juice, and I can see the white part that's on the outside of this segment. And now I'm gonna try my clementine. It's delicious. Not all clementines are the same. So this one is, I don't know if this happens to you, so sometimes I get a really, really sweet one and it's a little too sweet, and sometimes I get a really, really sour one and it's too sour. This clementine is perfect. It's a perfect texture. It's kind of a little bit crunchy. There's a little bit of a resistance, but it's also really sweet and tart at the same time. Again, just kind of like smelling it, and it took me away to a warmer place. Eating it is also taking me away to a warmer place. As I'm eating these segments also, and making sure to slow down and chew the segments very slowly, to really concentrate on what I'm tasting, what I'm hearing as I'm chewing, versus just maybe throwing them back. And some of the things that we can think of or think about once we are finished with our mindful eating exercise is, how did this experience with the food that we were eating differ from when we are eating something in a rush state, when we're not paying attention to food? So did the actual item taste different? I don't know about you, but my clementine tasted much different right now in this exercise than it did. I ate one this morning too, than it did this morning when I was kind of rushing out the door. So definitely was a different experience. Also, it's been quite some time and I still have half of a clementine left. So that's also part of the experience that's a little bit different, is that I didn't eat it as quickly. I took my time, I still have food left, and that's giving my body more time to register that I've actually eaten something. Thank you so much for joining us for today's mindful eating exercise. Mindful eating is a great reminder that health is not just connected to what we eat, but also how we eat. Also, there's no one way to eat mindfully, right? So we practice some techniques in this video. There are plenty of other mindful eating techniques in other videos and other resources. So I just encourage you to engage some way differently and mindfully with your food in this upcoming week or upcoming month, or maybe in your next meal. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Follow us on Facebook for more recipes and other great nutrition content.